Good morning. Good morning. I'm Boundy, Psychic Medium, bringing to you the daily Lenormand card spread reading. It's a different morning this morning. There's grey clouds, overcast, and, well, it's a spring day like no other, of course, because none repeat exactly, do they? So we're going to go across to the cards as well, that none repeat exactly, do they? So here we are. Good morning, Diane. Lovely to see you here. Beautiful wave there with the emoji. And good morning to Shaz. Lovely to be back in your own bed, isn't it? And with Molly and which one, Mary or Paris? Yes. Can't hear me? You should be able to. You might need to put your volume up because I'm using the same settings as usual. If there's any others who can't hear me, do let me know. Good morning, Caro. Lovely to see you here as well. And we've got Kerry Ann here saying good morning. You're not having such a good morning mentally, but blessed to have that you can have surgery. Right, that's great. And oops, your sound was off. I figured that might have been the case. So lucky you found you've got your on switch on again. So there we go. So healings to you as well, Carrie Ann. Okay. So we're going to go over to the cards. So do tune into your senses that you have around you, your spiritual guides, all of that you bring in those messages into your life, into your day, into now. Here we go. Now we've got the cards here. It is the Gilded Breviary as per usual, the Ciro Marchetti created Lenormand deck, expanded edition, and the Owls. We'll go into the spread in a minute. So here we go, learning is a gift even when pain is your teacher. Wow, isn't that dynamic? And a beautiful owl sitting there on his stump. And it's gorgeous. So keep learning. Each and every step we take in our day is a learning experience, isn't it? Whatever it is that we have as, our teacher. Now, the 5 cards as we have laid out are in the pattern of here. We've got the dice in the home space. We've got the park in our workspace. The young lady is the unexpected energies. And we've got home as our role. I love that spot. And the labyrinth, sorry. That was the labyrinth in the workspace, and it's the park in our outcome and our pivot role. I suppose it's the gazebo that threw me in both, because I do sort of look a little bit peripherally at these cards while I'm pointing to them, because I like to look at the camera and speak to you as we're talking, rather than looking aside all the time. Now, the dice in the home space is about that, taking a chance. So let's take the chance. Throw the dice as to however you see, at the right time, when it feels like you need to take that chance. And it usually is when you've got some decisions to be made, or just for plain fun. Through the week last week, had many games of Yahtzee with wonderful friend who was visiting here, and will be returning again, I dare say, at some point before she goes back home to her island. We've got just whatever the numbers throw. Take that as just whatever you're deciding. Take a pick, feel which one is the strongest, what number of it, which is feeling like it's uppermost, and trust that is what you've been guided to make as those decisions, and step into it in fullness and fun as well. So whatever it is that you're having in your home space, experiencing, whether it's to do with relationships, whether it's to do with shifting stuff around, whether it's to do with, tidying even outside a yard, that is the fullness of your home space. I think, most of the time I find the relationships are the more important. But, that the physical aspect of living is part of that as well. So feel into those choices that you're making, and trust whatever it is that you're coming forward with is absolutely right for you to continue learning your pathway in your day to day. because we have got the pathways of the labyrinth today in our workspace. And we can bring in whatever help we need to, we can call out. This one is not a completely fully hidden maze type of a pathway that we see in some of the movies, which I did watch I did watch a little bit of TV last night because I discovered, well, basically I subscribed to Netflix for something else. I've got a month I want to watch, and I saw that I've got The Witches or The Witchery or something like that. How can it? The Witcher, a series that I'd watched the first two series, and now there's a third. So I did see some, and they had that dark maze where you cannot see above, around the sides or anything. You're walking your path. This, at least in our workspace, we can um, take time out. Once we get there, we can see partly what we are doing, what we have ahead, what we've got behind, all of the arena, so to speak, that layout of the labyrinth. Most of it is visible to us at a time, and we can actually ask for help when we are feeling that we need that. It's not that we're alone. It is that we have others around and about. We are on our own journey though, but it's interacting with others. So with Workspace, I feel it's teamwork. Really put into what you're doing today in that team aspect. And here we go. I'm saying good morning to Michelle as well. Good morning, lovely. And Kim, are you working from home? I dare say. Good morning, Ros. Yeah, you haven't got the little car there, so I'm just assuming there is a work from home aspect there. And Michaela, good morning to you. I did do the little itty bitty mini weather report. I haven't got the camera set up again for outside, so it doesn't matter. And we've just got Rosie popped in. Saw your comment just come up, so good morning all the way from Victoria there. So lovely to see you. It has been a while, hasn't it, Rosie? Here we go. We have and I've got to put those hearts up. You know, I love the emojis. They're beautiful. Thank you. So from here, where we're going is we'll have that unexpected energy of the young lady. So it's a nurturing, it's a freshness in what that energy is going to bring into our day, whether it's in the home space or the workspace. And being in that, look, I suppose a bit of a reflective mode that she's in as a pose. It's that loving energy, that nurturing. It is that is young feminine. So it's got a little more energy around it as far as that is willing and able to move into doing things. So treading that pathway more confidently in your workspace and really deciding, that playfulness of what we can choose in our home space, whatever it is that we're playing with, as far as, it doesn't have to be dice. And it's not always just that it's play. Play in itself can be that learning tool. And the young lady energy is going to come into that play today at some point in time. So have an awareness of that feels more nurturing around you as you're shifting, from one thing to another of whatever it is that you're doing today. And Rosie, yes, you're usually at work this time of the morning. Oh, on holidays at the moment. Oh, have a lovely time with your holidays as well. Here we are with our role today being more around the home base. So, for those who are, little homebodies, just get into that wonderful, lovely feeling of being at home. And really getting that energy. I feel of energy of a self nurture. Creating that space around you that is as homey and welcoming for you as possible. It's almost like I'm feeling that sense of being, so comfortable, so at home within our own body, so that we can feel that is our absolute nurtured state. So if there's something that you need to pamper yourself with today, do that, especially if you're on holiday too, Rosie. Do something that is for that inner glow, warmth, homeliness, that you really are becoming comfortable in your inner body today as well, so that all things are feeling just so right it's a beautiful vista with this that is our coming into the park as well. You know, we've got that is our work journey, but we've got this that's our public journey, our inner self in being settled and our role being within in that comfortable, absolutely at home way that we, you know, it feels so settled and loving. We've got this that's the loving energy of the unexpected moving into our home space as well, as a home space within ourself, that inner self. You know what I mean? Sometimes it's not easy to be in that space, but we're certainly going to experience that today. And with that we're moving in as our outcome, our you know, the pivot, that's going to be overall aspect today of the beautiful sense of the natural, that is physically in nature, that is the natural, as well as that feels most natural to us, being ourself as we contemplate that sense of homeliness that is our inner being. And then, you know, taking the chance at times to turn different ways, to come up with different ideas in our home and working that into our work even. But it's ultimately this park, the garden, the absolute, what is our public persona even, but it's enjoying that's the natural, that is the realm around and about us that supports us being who we are in our innermost being as well, to grow and learn who we are. And this is the teacher, the learner, the teacher. We are both. Right. So that's where we are with the cards this morning. And Sharon, you're saying yes, you're happy to be home and going to do your usual thing, swimming. And friends that you missed, yes. Exactly. And a good morning to Natalie as well. Lovely to have you here too, even if it's sort of at the, well, I don't know if you turned up at the end or just commented at the end. It's lovely to have you putting your thoughts to paper as a good morning here. Well, is it to paper? To technology. Sandra, seems to be some contentment. Yes, we're heading on the right path. Just take a chance. Absolutely. And this is where sometimes the comments go west. Either you had a slip of the return button or it doesn't fit fully within this, you know, the technology here that I've got. So anyway, I feel so content. I really do with seeing this. I think you've used the best word. It is contentment. One I couldn't find. You found it for me. Thank you, Sandra. And gorgeous emojis. I missed putting them up yesterday. It was just on the end as I hit that end button. So thank you, Michaela. And thank you to Kerry Ann. And it is, yeah, good to know, Sandra. It really is that sense of contentment that I'm getting through here. It's a beautiful reading today. I just absolutely love this corner. It is that feels so natural and at peace with our physical world as well as that inner world here. So there's that summary. And I did leave it on there for a fair while, didn't I? And there we go. Oh, I like that word, no wuzzies. Thanks, Michaela. Step into your day with confidence. Just know that there is various pathways and journeys you can take. You're going to learn heaps. Be open to that. Allow Spirit to help you tread that pathway that is yours, and really get into, you know, some of the playfulness, some of that's the contemplation in whatever way that you need to be moving through. You will, and just trust that inner sense of yourself is going to shine out for the world today as well, because we do have the park as that central. It is our public face as well as that is private. And we have our choices, don't we, in how we express that. So thank you for being here and joining in with me. So thank you. And Kim, you are you are working from home today. Good. Oh, that's good. Starting soon. Yes. Well, I will be soon too as well. So there you go. Nice to hear the birds in the garden, which I have as well. As you all know, I love that bird bath that's out there, and hearing the birds, seeing them play. Thank you so much. Keep being the best you that you can be, and we'll see you tomorrow. Namaste.